Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to the lab 3 in cybersecurity network analysis. In this lab, we shall discuss about the following topics: to find the programs which are loaded in an operating system. In an operating system, which programs currently have network connections, currently running processes, open share files, routing table entries, and ARP address resolution protocol entries. We shall practice all these commands in uh, a Linux operating system. So first let us explore this command Dpkg command. So what is Dpkg command? Dpkg is the main package management program in Debian and Debian based systems. So it's a type of Linux operating system. It is used to install, build, remove, and manage packages. So please understand, it is used to install, build, and remove, and manage packages. So let us explore some of the packages. If you want to install the package, the following command can be used. This package, once you download, then you can install using dpkg-i. Now, as far as the security aspect is concerned, so we have to know what are the packages currently installed in an operating system. So the command here is dpkg dash dash get selections. Let us explore that. You can do this lab in Kali Linux also. So dpkg I. So this is one of the command. Dpkg-l to view and list all the installed packages. Use the L option along with the command. And if you want to give a specific package, and if you know the package, then you can use the package name dpkg-l space Apache 2. Maybe in your case, the Apache, if not available, then the package not found exception will be. So otherwise, you can use this command to know what are the different packages that are currently available in your system. And here we have some command. Let's explore that. So it also listing the set of commands, set of packages that are currently uh, available in this system. So you can go for either You can go for this one or dpkg -f. So students, please remember the command names. And if you want to remove a package, this command can be used. Dpkg-r, the name of the package. If you want to see the content of the package, dpkg-c, the name of the package. To check whether a specific package is installed already or not, you can use this dpkg-s, the name of the package. Okay, so for example, copy. So it gives us information about the specific package, about Apache. It has been installed already. Now, for example, Thunderbird. Already installed. So these are very useful commands that we can use to study the set of packages already installed in any operating system. And if you want to know in which location the particular package has been installed, dpkg-l, the name of the package. It is also another very useful command. So, uh, so dpkg command, now I think it's clear to you. Let me give the recap of the dpkg command. It's used to install, build, remove, and manage packages. Then to know the set of packages that are installed, we can use, we can check this log file. So pwd, this is the current working directory, present working directory. So I am in the file system, I am standing in /home/ the username. Now, if you want to check any log files in the operating system, you should move to the folder cd var/log. Now, if you enter the pw command, you can see your current standing position in the file system is /var/log. So from /home/username, uh, we have moved to the /var/log. So here you can see many log files, very important for the security students. For forensic purpose, it is important to scrutinize, audit these log files. Okay. So now, in order to know what packages are currently installed, we have to open this package dpkg.log. So, just if you want to display the content of that log file on the screen, then you can use the cat command, cat dpkg.log. So this more command means it would we can read page by page. So these are the different packages that are available. Okay, so how we know? Just by displaying the contents of the dpkg.log file. Okay, so this is actually a pipe, and more is another program that fits the output data uh, to the screen size. Okay, now if you want to read the data, then you can go nano. I mean, if you want to open the file dpkg.log, so you've gone to the inside the log file. So to come out, Control X. So these are the two options to see what packages are currently installed in your system. Next, we shall move to the next command, lsoff, which shows what are the different open files and currently open socket connection. Welcome to the lab on Linux, open files and sockets, lsoff command. So what is lsoff? Lsoff means list of open files. So in Linux operating system, if you want to know which files are currently in open state, then we can use this command lsoff. It's very useful command. So using this lsoff, we can know currently which processors are currently having a network connection with their remote systems. So socket is made up of IP address and port number. For example, when we Google or when we access any website, our browser creates a socket connection with the remote application. So the socket basically can be created with IP and port number. So to know currently which uh, you know processors belonging to which file having a remote connection, that can be found using the lsoff command. So simply when you type lsoff, okay, it would give the following information. So the ID of the process. So here actually, let me come to the last column. So this is the files. These are the files, okay, which are in open state, which are currently open. Okay, so this file is opened by which user? This is the user. And also this file is opened by which process? ID of that process. Each and every process has a specific ID number. Process means any program which is currently running. And FD means file descriptor. CW means current working directory. RTD means root directory. TXT means text memory mapped file. means memory mapped file. All these are OU, R, W, these are read write permissions. So R means read permission, write means write permission, U means read and write permissions. Okay, so this one type means is it a directory or it's a file. CHR means character read file. Uh, okay, so regular file, the type of file. Okay, so this is the size and these are the device information. So very important thing, LSF command helps us to find which files are currently open in the Linux, and it belongs to which user, and which process has opened the file, and what is the ID of the process, and the description about the file, etc. So in your Ubuntu or Kali or Mint, you can type this command. So if you want to know further about, you can type man lsof. Okay, so you can read the help file about the lsof command. When you want to come out of the VI editor, press colon, then Q. So lsof. Okay, so it lists the full information now. These are the open files, the last column. It belongs to this user. This is the process ID which has opened this file, and this is the uh, file description. So now I want to ls of -u shimas. If I want for a specific user, we can use this flag -u. So it would give only for the user, specific user. So you can customize this command like this. Then similarly, -I means internet connections. So -I, if you give, it would give the file, uh, the currently established socket connection. So here the Firefox file has been executed. When it is executed, it gets the process ID of 2836. Okay, and you can see there is a Firefox connection, and I have connected with the Google website. So the user is this, the process ID is 2836, and it's a IPv4 connection, and the sender IP address and the port number. Okay, so all this connection, all these informations are there. So from this you can understand, okay, so which programs are having a network connections with the remote system. So you can use this I flag. Now I4 means IPv4. Okay, so I6 means IPv6. So there is currently no IPv6. Okay. Then another one is TCP port protocol 80. So here we specify that what socket connections are open, in which there is a TCP protocol involved, and 443 this HTTPS is involved. So it gives the information. Now there is another variation, LSOF -P for process ID. So let's say 2836. So now it gives the information about the process 2836. So this process, which belongs, this process ID is mapped to the Firefox program, and this Firefox has opened which files currently. All the informations are coming using this command. Okay. So students, just try to remember this command, and also you can go to this website terminate.com, and you can see a lot of information about the LSF command. So when you want to uh, display the information specific to a user, then you can use the flag -u. TechMint. The TechMint here is the name of the user. Okay, so this is the information about the LSOF command. Next, let us explore the ifconfig command. So ifconfig, in short, interface configuration. It's a program for system and network administration in Unix and Linux operating system. So it's used to manage and query network interface parameters via command line interface or in a system configuration scripts. The ifconfig command is used for displaying current network configuration information, setting up an IP address, response, or broadcast address to a network interface, creating an alias for network interface, setting up hardware address, and enable or disable network uh, interface. So first one, ifconfig, view all network settings. The ifconfig command with no argument will display all the active interface details. The ifconfig command also used to check the assigned IP address of a server. So when you type ifconfig, it is showing the different interfaces: ETH0, okay, link local, L0, and one more interface, Tune0, and their hardware address, that is MAC address, and IP address, then mask address. Okay, so these are very important. Okay, so MAC, IP, okay, and you get the network mask. Okay, so this is a function of ifconfig. Most of you, I hope you know this. So ifconfig here. In my system, I have two interfaces. So I have two internet network card. One is NAT, another one is host only adapter. Okay, so this first one, ENP0S3, is the host only adapter. So its IP address is 192.168.56.103, and its MAC address is this, and this network mask, okay, 255, 255, 255.0, and another one is NAT mode in the virtual box settings. Okay, so this is the MAC address. This one is the net mask. Okay, so it gives how many interfaces are there and what's the MAC, what's the IP address, that information you can get. Okay, so There are a lot of variations of this ifconfig. Ifconfig-a, the following ifconfig command with -a argument will display the information of all active or inactive network interfaces on server. It displays the results of all active and inactive network interfaces. So same thing. Understand? If you want to know the details of a specific interface, then let's say I want the only the information about a specific interface, then if config enp0s3. So it shows the information about a specific interface. If you want to uh, enable a specific interface, or if you want to disable, first of all, let's say if you want to disable a specific interface, ifconfig, it the name of the interface here, okay, down. So now I'm trying to disable the interface, but it needs, I think, root permission. So, so now the interface is down. Suppose if I check ifconfig, it's not showing the information about that particular interface because it's down. So I can make it enable. I can enable it by using up argument. Now I can. Uh, Now you can see. It's very useful actually. When you make any settings changes, you can down and up the interface. Uh, okay, so it's a useful command actually. You can directly, if you want to configure the static IP, you can go for this like ifconfig, the interface, the IP address. Uh, then net mask you can configure like this, broadcast address, all at one go. You can use this command IP netmask broadcast address. Uh, so you can set the maximum transmission unit through this interface. Very useful actually. Promiscuous mode. When you want to make this specific interface as a promise into the promiscuous mode, when you want to do the sniffing, you want to sniff the network traffic, and you have to put a specific interface in the promiscuous mode. And you can enable the promiscuous mode using this command. And you can disable the promiscuous mode using this command. So these are the different variations of the ifconfig command. And also uh, you can find these informations at etc posts. Okay, so pwd, we are here, cd etc ls cd post. I think it's a file. You have a post file. a file actually. So cat host, and we can open this gedit host. So basically, this is a file which the system would read first in order to map the domain name to IP address. So you can see the local host has been mapped to 127.0.1, and if you want to give the IP of a specific domain name, example Google or Facebook, you can enter the information here. So initially, the operating system would try to find the IP for a specific domain name in the host files. If not available, then it would try to map through the DNS server. Okay, so this is a function of the host file inside the etc folder. Now, in a system, there would be many processes running. Process means any program which is running, we can call it as a process. So, how to know which processes are currently running? Uh, Always go for TechMint. It's very good website. So a lot of commands are available. PS command. So PS instead of it would list the it displays the information about a selection of active processes on the system. So there is another very useful command is stop. So it shows list of processes. It's same like task manager in Windows. You can see. Okay. So same thing we can find with the top command in Linux operating system. Process ID, the user to whom this process belongs to, this priority, which is priority. Each and every process has a specific priority number, high priority, low priority. How much memory it's currently consuming, how much CPU cycle it's consuming. So time information. So all such informations you can find uh, using the top command. Okay. So there is one more thing, glances. Uh, okay, so this is one more command. It gives the information about the different processes which are currently running. Okay, and the file to which the process belongs to, the process ID. Okay, so how much time this specific process is running. All such informations you can get using this command glance. Okay, and one more thing which I want you to know is if you want to terminate a specific process, Then you can go for for example, process ID of Firefox. So I'm getting the Firefox process IDs. So I say kill 3055, kill 2991, kill 2963, kill 2912, then kill 2836. Now, yeah. So now Firefox is terminated. So kill basically is a command to terminate a specific process using a process ID. But see to that you don't kill any process on which the operating system running functionality depends. Otherwise, it would make the system unstable. So we have finished the ps command. So there are a lot of variations. You can try this -elf also. Okay, so a lot of variations, a lot of different arguments which we can give uh, regarding the ps command. Next one is, so if you want to know the routing informations, routing table information in our Linux environment, then we can give this command. But it's always actually better to learn different variations with different arguments. So netstat means network statistics is a command line tool for monitoring network connections, both incoming and outgoing, as well as viewing routing table interface statistics. So this is the way we have to learn any uh, topic. So just instead of memorizing this, so what you have to do is, so what is this nstat? Just go to the nstat. Okay, so nstat is a command line tool for monitoring network connections, both incoming and outgoing, as well as viewing routing tables, interface statistics, etc. Netstat is available on all Unix-like operating system and also available on Windows. It's very useful in terms of network troubleshooting and performance measurement. Netstat is one of the most basic network service debugging tools. So let's listing all the listening ports of TCP and UDP connections. Then you can use this netstat. So different TCP and UDP ports which are currently open. Okay, so that is displayed using this command. If you don't want slash pipe, you can just put like this. Listing only TCP port connections. Then you can go for netstat-at. Okay, then UDP ports means -au, all listening connections. That means incoming connections. -l, listening all TCP listening ports. LT, listing all UDP ports. LU, listing all Unix listening ports. LX, showing the statistics by protocol. This is very useful. Let's start -s. So how many packets are coming, how many packets are going out, and how many TCP packets, how many UDP, how many ICMP packets. So it's a very useful command. Let's start -s. So showing the statistics on TCP protocol, showing statistics on UDP protocol. So showing your promiscuous mode. Yeah, of course, I have one mode, promiscuous mode in my system. So promiscuous mode means the mode which captures the network traffic, even which is not meant to this system. It would whatever frames that are circulating around the local area network, it would be captured by this interface which is in promiscuous mode. So these are the different variations of the netstat command. Okay, then let's try this. So this actually shows the routing table information in my system. So routing table netstat-r rn. So here basically n specify that map the informations with numerical values. Okay, r represents for routing table informations. So n, you can see without n, here the link local is displayed, but here the link local is mapped to its network address. Then ARP, address resolution protocol. So ARP-B is one type of flag, -I, uh, -H. Okay, uh, so it's usually used to know the ARP cache value in our system. ARP command manipulates the system's ARP cache. It also allows a complete dump of the ARP cache. ARP stands for Address Resolution Protocol. The primary function of this protocol is to resolve the IP address of a system to its MAC address. Very important. LP functionality is to map the IP address to the MAC address. Hence, it works between level data link layer and the level 3 network layer. So ARP-A shows the current cache. Okay, so you can see that this is the MAC address for this IP address, and this is the MAC address for this IP address. So basically, and to send the frames, basically this interface can be used because I have two interfaces, and to send uh, frames to this system, this interface can be used, and at the link layer to construct the frame, this MAC address can be used. So it is at the cache level. So it's very useful command. I'm just looking for a TechMint site. But I think as far as the lab, this lab is concerned, this is enough. So that's all we have in lab 3, students. What I expect you to do is just go through, okay, don't just memorize this. So any questions which comes on Dpkg, you have the provision to explore the sites, different sites, and construct the solution. Understand? So I don't want you to memorize. So I would just give you the task scenario. So for that you have to choose which command is suitable and what is the correct way of constructing that command. You can look for the help from the different sources. Okay, it's like an open book. I don't want you to memorize, rather you just try to understand and what scenarios, what commands can be used. So with this, I conclude lab 3. We shall meet on the lab 4. Thank you.